Hello, Road to Immortal here, second try. Today we're going to be looking at playing mid lane against Templar Assassin. This is from my perspective. I am the Shadow Fiend. We're only going to be looking at the first 10 minutes of the match. Always get some raise practices in at the start. You're always going to go raise 9 out of 10 times. 9.9 out of 10 times you're going to get raised first. Inappropriate comment by hope that doesn't violate TOS. But anyway, why is this important to watch? Well, SF usually loses against TA. As some of you may know, TA has the ability of refraction. This allows her to block instances of damage. SF deals high instances of damage by stacking those raises and then throwing one on you. This is a low mana cost, long duration, 17 seconds. It's basically permanent uptime. So if you're not chunking through the shield, you're going to lose the lane. On top of that, she has the ability Side Blades, so she can harass you while farming at the same time. And on top of that, she doesn't draw creep aggro because she's hitting creeps. She's not hitting you, and that can be problematic. Primarily for ranged heroes, melee heroes, you don't have a lot of issue with that because you can basically be on top of the wave. But for ranged heroes that want to play behind the wave, the Side Blades are just going to chunk you down. Because if you're behind the wave, they're going to proc and hit the units behind you. So we're going to be looking at, for now, I'm just going to do free camera. No fog. We'll fog both teams. Yeah, no fog. And we're going to be looking at this mid lane between the two of us. Spoiler alert, I don't just win the lane, I destroy the lane. I win by a large margin, and it's actually not that hard. It's actually not that challenging to beat. Now, for those of you saying I beat her because I'm better than her, yeah, I did. Like, if the TA was better than you, you would lose. Yeah, of course. That's if most people were better than you, then you'd lose. Yes, that is correct. That's how it works. She has the counter, but I know how she counters. Like, I know the matchup pretty well, and the matchup is not as hard as you're led to believe. So, actually, we'll just look at my player perspective, and we're just going to watch what I do in the first couple waves. I'm walking back and forth. In between, I'm trying not to get side-bladed, and this, in turn, makes her have to do the same thing. So she got one hit off me. You see back and forth. She has to keep walking back and forth. I've been hit by 3 side blades, but the fact of the matter is she has to devote time in order to set these up. We'll pull up net worth here. Actually, we'll just pull up CS. So I'm abusing the fact that she's level 1 and I'm level 2. I can play very aggressive. Not only are my stats higher, but I have full mana, and I can abuse that fact. She needs one more creep. I'm not going to let her get that creep for free, and I'm going to punish her for trying to get it. Click, 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 and I'm going to pump fake the raise, pops the shield. Pump the raise, pop the shield. Her shield is already gone because she's taking hits from that creep. Raise, pull back. The second I see her, pull aggro. Granted, I can pull aggro from other places, but I'm playing aggressive. I'm playing towards my strength. I won the first couple waves pretty hard, and because of that, I can play as such. So she's got the bubble. I just click her. Click, click, and she's kind of pissed at this point. SF is a hero that you can't really run away from. After you take that much damage, you kind of just gotta man up, because in the situation where she runs away, she's just gonna die to my 3rd raise. So click, raise, medium raise. Now she literally has no other choice. If she tries to run away, she dies. She has to man up now. She's put in this awkward situation where this can happen a lot. If you're in a lane where you think you're supposed to win, you might play like an idiot because you're assuming like, oh, this isn't supposed to happen. Like, I'm not supposed to be losing this lane, and you might push your limits a little too far, even though you're already losing the lane. She probably doesn't realize that she's already losing the lane at this point. I have double her CS and I have 3 denies, and I just click her down at this point. Even if she had a fairy fire, it wouldn't have mattered. Alright, so what do we buy? We buy a Wraith Band. Wraith Band gives me primarily attack speed and agility. Agility would give me attack speed. So with that agility, that armor, I'm able to CS better. And at the same time, I'm also able to pop her shield, her instances of damage, quicker. So let's see here what happens. As you see, I'm still kind of, despite the kill, I'm naturally, her hero will beat mine because of her abilities. They counter mine. I want to play behind the creep wave, Psyblade counters that. I want to nuke her down with large instances of damage, Refraction counters that. I want to miss raises, my stupidity ensures that. So, now here we go. I'm just going to click her down. Right click, pull back, right click, and already, boom, Refraction's gone. Now I can play aggressive. I have level 3 raise. This is because of those denies that I got earlier, as well as the level advantage from having the lane while she was gone. I have a huge level advantage on her, and I'm going to use that to my advantage. Raise. Raise, pull back, right click. Even if she bubbles, I have more creeps than her. How do I have more creeps than her? How did this happen? Let's look at what happened. I pulled her creeps into my tower, so that way her wave dies quicker. Right? She's forced to back off. If she backs off right now, she won't die, right? But I'll get 1 deny here. I'll probably get this deny here. I won't get this deny. But she's going to lose some creeps. On top of that, she thinks, oh, well, I have Refraction coming up. And my hero counters his hero, so I should be able to kill him. Well, little does she know, I have all these creeps. Boom. Where did these creeps come from? I pulled her wave into mine, killed her wave quick. And she's dead. Easy. Clinically easy. Outplayed, you gotta give it out. Now what do I crow to myself? Gloves of Haste. Gloves of Haste and a salve. The salve's for the HP, the Gloves of Haste. Why do I want Gloves of Haste? Because I want to click her shield. I want to pop her shield. Now at this point, she can't really lane. Traditionally speaking. I have quite the lead on her. I got 12 CS and 8 denies on her. She's level 5 and I'm level 6. That being said, her heroes kill me very easily. Disruptor, very good against SF early stages of the game because SF is a very squishy hero, also a very position-based hero. Disruptor can glimpse me back in and they can clean up a kill. Skywrath, once again, SF very squishy hero, position-based. Skywrath can slow you, put you out of position, well, keep you out of position. You're not going to run away very quickly. The trap can follow up and slow you. And so I retracted the raise. I had the ability to raise. I saw she popped the shield. And I have Glove of Haste. I have Wraith Band. Glove of Haste, 20 attack speed. Wraith Band, 5 attack speed, 5 agility. Agility is basically attack speed. So if we look over here, my attack speed is 156. So every second, basically. It's not normal for you to have that much at this stage of the game. But I built items. Normally, I would go Boots. Boots doesn't really do anything in my lane because Boots isn't going to get her refractions to clear. Now, this time, I don't have that many creeps hitting her. I basically clear the shield all by myself. I pump fake the raise. She puts up the shield. She mans up on me. Right click. Right click. Right click. Right click. Now she's fucked. Raise. Raise. Dead. Obliterated. Question mark. This is a mid strategy in its essence. You gotta hit him with the question mark. Oh, dude, you're toxic. You gotta hit him with the question mark. Come on. And that's basically the lane. At this point, I retreat to the jungle and I just farm quicker than her. Because you run into the problem where she has enough levels in her refraction that she's kind of threatening to you. On top of that, like I said, they might gank me, which is what happens eventually. See how fast she is? But every time she's in lane, I push her out. Get some denies. And she's to jungle. I get wave in jungle. She basically just gets jungle. She's jungling. Well, I'm going to stop her. Click, click. So, again, agility, powered treads. That's attack speed. More agility, more attack speed. And I can just kind of pop her bubble without even trying. Just by right-clicking her. Now, where do I go from here? Where does my build take me? Well, magic build is kind of stupid this game. There are some key targets that I could blow up. And by that I mean, I'll probably make an SF guide. He's one of my most played heroes. I've kind of been spamming him. If we look at Shadow Fiend here, yeah, I've been winning a lot with him. Yes, I have a bad win rate. He's a pretty high skill ceiling hero. So, yeah, I lost like 40 games in a row when I first started playing him. So, that's unfortunate. But of late, I've just been dominating. Only a couple losses here and there. This is 15-5 out of my last 20 games. There's kind of like 3 ways to build him right now. It's magic, physical, or hybrid. Hybrid, I'll make a whole guide later. But this game, I went physical damage. I built a... this isn't the game. This isn't the game either. So this game I built... I kind of just went minus armor. The key items I got were Dragon Lance. This allows me to click from farther away as well as be tankier. I needed to be tankier this game. I built the Shadow Blade. This allows me to go for like pick-offs. And I kind of wanted to play away from my team this game because I have the Spectre. I do have a lot of heal on Enchantress and Abaddon, so that encourages me to play with my team, as well as a Weaver eventually getting... Oh, he didn't get Axe, but I kind of want to play away from my team. It's kind of how SF operates because he is so farm heavy. You want to just like push in waves all the time. And also Spectre can haunt in. So I got the Shadow Blade for pickoffs. Immediately after that, I got the Manta. The Manta lets me dispel the silence from Skywrath Mage. I can dodge the Glimpse if I'm good enough. I can bait out the Static Link. I can disjoint the Pit of Malice and then walk out. And on top of that, I have 3 SFs hitting you, so you'll die quicker. And I'll pop the shield. Then I'll build Deso, and I built AC. And, I mean, you can see at the end of the game just how strong right-click Shadow Fiend is. This is the Razor manning up on me, linking me. He has to run away. Because with the talents, I have negative... Here, we could just look at the Razor here. So Razor is affected... Basically, no armor. I mean, he's got 14, but you can see all this stuff stacks up, and he has to back off. And then at the end of the game, also all their supports were relatively low armor already. Skywrath Mage, 4 armor. Disruptor, 5 armor. So I think if let's watch them die here. Needless to say, I dominated the game. That's not why we're here, though. You can win your lanes, even if they're a tough matchup. Just build accordingly, play accordingly. If she was beating me in the lane, I would retreat to jungle. If we were going even in the lane, I would retreat to jungle. And if I was beating her in the lane, I would retreat to jungle because that's just kind of how SF operates. So, retreat to jungle as in clear the wave jungle, clear the wave jungle. Build appropriately and try your best to win your games. That's all there is to it. Thanks.